So a birthday girl basically got into a massive argument trying to get her friends to pay and split a bill for her birthday to the tune of $4,600, which is insane to me. That is super expensive, but let's get into the story. Actually, let's play some of this video.
I'm only paying for what's on the check. I'm not splitting the bill, Shawty. That's crazy. You expect us to split the bill?
You got lamb chop, you got steak, you got some other
Look at all that. Look at what all they got. And they talking about
What
splitting
did
the
you
bill.
come out for? What did you come out for?
We come together, we
Alright, I'm
split the
saying
bill.
so again. My thing is, y'all doing too much.
Y'all doing way too much. We didn't order all that. But what I'm
Okay. So for these pals, it's go Dutch or go home. A group of friends were filmed arguing at a birthday dinner over how to split the hefty bill, which appeared to total more than $4,600. And just to keep that in mind, imagine spending that type of money in one night on food. Like, you could buy a cheap car with that amount of money. Like, to be frank, that ain't a cheap amount of money. That is not a small amount of money to be spending on food. So we still talk, but the friendship isn't the same. Victor Christian, who posted the viral TikTok on Sunday, told the Post, "I hope that we can fix it very soon." It seems that the heated exchange, which has scored 14.6 million views, was spurred by the birthday girl's alleged desire for the bill to be shared evenly among the party rather than pay as you go. The guest of honor, who goes by Coco, supposedly requested that others cover the cost of her meal for her special day. Now, here's the thing, right? Let's say that you are going out with your friends for their birthday dinner or something like that. There's nothing wrong with it. And there's nothing wrong with potentially splitting the bill. If you make it clear before you went out that was the plan, as a gift to the birthday person, right? Like if you got five people going out to eat for a birthday dinner and you all agreed, hey, we're going to do this to take care of our friend on their birthday. Nothing wrong with that. But to spring this onto them after you've already ate the food without discussing this beforehand ain't okay at all. I'm only paying for what's on the check. I'm not splitting the bill, Christian28 said at the beginning of the 21-second clip. Another man, who is not identified in the video, stands up from the table and gestures to the various meals, which include lamb chop, steak, and other elaborate dishes, while arguing that the group should not split the bill evenly due to those costly items. We come together, we split the bill, period, demanded one of the other women also seated at the table. Christian, who is known for his humorous videos and sketches online and boasts more than 1.5 million followers across Instagram and TikTok, claims he had no prior knowledge of the group's bill intent. Exactly, right? So this is my biggest problem with this sort of thing, right? There wasn't a discussion beforehand saying hey, we're going to do this awesome gift for our buddy, okay? And if that was the conversation and they all agreed to it, okay. Now, what probably happened was that the majority of the friends that want to split the bill, including the birthday person, probably felt that these other individuals had the money to pay for it, knew that they had probably more money than them, and was like, oh, they could pay our bill, they could split the bill, they could cover it. That's kind of what I figure probably happened. It's oh yeah, they got it. You know, it's just, to me, it's just disgusting to do to a friend to do something like that. So the night of the birthday dinner, I was the first one to arrive. Everyone was late. I did not know anything about splitting the bill, he told the Post on Tuesday. And while Coco reported she had put it in the group chat before the Saturday dinner, Christian insisted he was unaware of that appeal. Once it was time to pay, they mentioned something in reference to splitting the bill, and I said I'm not willing to do it, he continued. The conversation became heated, and that's when I told my friend to pull out the camera and start recording because people would not believe what I was going through unless they saw it. Christian told the Post that he ordered a Sprite and calamari, which totaled less than $25. Meanwhile, he said the rest of the party was ordering a lot of things that were very expensive. Because I only order $24.85 worth of food, why would I or should I have to pay more than what my meal cost? He wondered. I never agreed to splitting the bill, and I stood my ground. I told them that I wasn't going to split the bill. Crazy. And I guess this is the birthday girl right here. The birthday girl argued that she shouldn't have to pay for her food because it was her special day. So let's check out a little bit more of the video. So volume, okay.
This shit, bro. I'm tired of this. It's her birthday.
Like, it's my fucking birthday. Why the fuck should I have to pay for something on my birthday?
But, but what I'm saying is, why would I pay for something I didn't buy? I'm only paying for what's on the check. I'm not splitting the bill, shawty. That's crazy. You expect us to
My
split the
thing
bill?
is, you got lamb chop, you got steak, you got some other
Look at all that. Look at what all they got. And they talking about
What
splitting the
did you
bill.
come out for? What did you come out for?
We come together, we
Alright,
split the bill.
so again, my thing is, y'all doing too much.
Y'all doing way too much. We didn't order all that. But what I'm saying is, I'm not paying for that. That is dead, baby girl. That is dead. That's dead.
Stop coming out of public if you can't pay for your food. What's the point in getting food if you can't pay?
That's so crazy. So the one guy was basically saying like, how can you get food when you can't even afford to get food, right? It's like the guy got food that he could afford, right? The birthday girl got food that she couldn't afford. All the other people basically got food that they couldn't afford, which is why they're trying to split the bill. I just think it's insane. So Insider reported the incident unfolded at MCK Restaurant and Bar. The Post reached out to the Atlanta Eatery for comment. And of course, like the girl, like we just watched, said, like it's my effing birthday. Why the F should I have to pay for something on my birthday? I don't know. Maybe life, you know? In addition to a YouTube video which promised further details but erupted in more yelling and arguing between the friends, Christian calmly explained on TikTok that he ended his evening by instructing the waiter not to split the check and paying only for his food. And the thing is, I think anyone would get pretty ticked off by this situation, like any normal human being. Because let's say that you agreed to split the bill, right? But there is no communication that we are going to an extremely expensive restaurant, and there is no communication that we plan on getting very expensive food slash service. Because again, we're not talking about a small amount of money, right? We're talking about like nearly the difference between someone buying like a $10 Walmart watch and buying like a decked out Rolex. Like that's basically what we're talking about here in terms of like the difference in price. So imagine someone just spending like $10 for a watch, but that same person has to now split the cost of this decked out Rolex because some other person bought it, right? It's just like mentally speaking, morally speaking, it's just wrong on so many levels. And it's like you don't basically inform the guy beforehand. And by the way, it wasn't just one of them. It was like two guys there that was not okay with this, right? Then you also have a situation where you buy crazy amounts of food to where you think it's okay to spend nearly 5K in one night $4,600 on food. How crazy is that, right? Even if you are a millionaire, that is kind of like an iffy situation to do. Even if you were actually able to split that check, spending like a grand in one night or nearly a grand in one night on just food seems, I don't know, maybe just a little bit excessive. Like, that is, again, not a small amount of money. For the majority of the human population, spending like nearly a grand, if we were to split the bill kind of thing, spending nearly a grand in one night on food, even if it's for a birthday, is pretty excessive, right? And it's just wrong to do to your friends, right? It's like, oh yes, as the birthday person, I'm going to make my friends suffer by me not having to pay anything at all to the restaurant that I want to eat at that happens to be super expensive to where they could actually rack up a $4,600 bill. So crazy to me. So on TikTok, some flabbergasted viewers sided with Christian, while others believed it was warranted for the guest of honor to ask others to cough up cash for her meal. You ate it, you pay for it, one person wrote. I would not be arguing, I'd tell the server to send my checks separately, argued another. They ordered stuff they wouldn't normally order, thinking others were going to pay for them. I pay for what I eat and maybe the meal of the birthday person, commented someone else. This should have been decided before ordering, advised another, agreed. 4,600 exclaimed someone else. So if I ordered a chicken Caesar salad, I have to split the bill? LOL. LOL. If one of the two people orders $500 worth of food and the others are reasonably priced orders, I'm not splitting that bill. Some people like to take advantage, chided another. I agree. There is always going to be at least like one person in like a group of people, whether they're all good friends or not, that will try to take advantage of the situation. Which is sad when you really think about it, but it happens. Like, this sort of thing happens. And it happens enough to where it is just depressing and sad. Which, by the way, if you have friends like this, in terms of like just living a healthier financial life, you need to stay away from these friends in terms of like just going out with them. Like, you should probably just basically never go out with them. At the very least, never to a restaurant, because they're going to try to make you pay for this stuff. It's like, come on. Like, no independence at all, no like financial awareness at all. Like, the entitlement in this type of situation is just crazy. Like, anytime like I see stuff like this, it just depresses me to see how scummy some people could be to people that they supposedly care about. You know, that just seems kind of like a little bit insane to me. The yelling in a fancy restaurant is killing me. As an introvert, quipped another. Thank God I only have 3 friends. Everyone splits birthday person's meal and then you pay for whatever you got, said someone else. So let's check out some of these comments. After making a huge scene over the bill, the question is, how much did they tip the poor waiter? Zero's my guess. The thing is, with these like super like probably high-end restaurants, because again, the reason why I'm saying a high-end restaurant is like they racked up a $4,600 bill. Like, that's insane, right? And that's typically only done in like very nice restaurants or restaurants that serve some pretty crazy food. And they probably have like a mandatory minimum tip that is like tacked on to the actual check. Yeah, so when it's a large party, they usually hit it with a standard 20%. Let's see. How many people are there? I looked at the menu. It's not really a pricey place. Most of the tapas are $20 or less. Don't see how you get to $4,600 from the menu I saw. 90% chance this is fake drama for the views. I mean, potentially this could be fake, but also it could not be, right? Because if you're ordering a whole bunch of like steak, lamb chops, etc., that stuff tends to add up. Not to mention, they probably got wine too, so how much was the wine that they ordered? Because some wines can be super expensive. Like super, super expensive. And even if it is all fake, which I doubt, but let's just say it is, it's still a nice warning sign to maybe like take a step back and like look at your friendship situation. Like if you've ever been in a situation where you had to like split a bill, or like you were basically kind of like manipulated into splitting a bill or pressured into splitting a bill when you basically got nothing, and then like everyone else or a few people got like crazy amounts of stuff that racked up the bill price. You should maybe take another look at those individuals and be like, do I really want to spend time with these people when they show that they don't have like any empathy towards other people at all and think that they're entitled to whatever they want? Maybe not a good person to hang out with, to be frank. Time for new friends who respect logic and aren't trying to make others pay for the extravagances. Agreed. So, what a trashy situation. Taking advantage of someone's birthday to order thousands of dollars of food for yourself, which you have no intention of paying for. I've never seen this happen in my life, nor even seen the person whose birthday it is going overboard. I think if the friends in a person's life are real friends, using one another for expensive food couldn't happen. Next time, have dinner at home. Lucky. Jesus. I would like to see how much of the bill were alcohol related. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking like probably the most expensive part of this was alcohol. So this really is a common problem. Pick your friends carefully. Select friends who have had a proper upbringing with core family values. Having good ethical and moral values are displayed when encountering these simple types of issues. Leave your entitlements at home. Dress for the occasion. T-shirts aren't even business casual. Pick a more appropriate restaurant for the group, such as McDonald's. And the thing is, right? Like even for like let's say that you want to take out your like friends or whatever, and like you want to treat them, like depending on the location, you could potentially, I don't know, maybe like pay for like an all-you-can-eat nice buffet and just cover the expenses for everyone. Like one person could potentially do that, right? It's just to me, this is just so like outlandish. Like this whole situation is just so outlandish. And again, be very careful with the people that you end up spending time with, because this is actually probably a pretty common thing. Maybe not necessarily the whole like $4,600 bill. That might be a unique thing for this friend group, but it's probably not a unique situation where one person or a few people will try to take advantage of other people within this friend group. I'm thinking it probably happens pretty often, and they probably get into doing choices that are probably not ideal.